Happy 2021, everyone. Hope your year has been going good so far. I mean, we're only 2 weeks in and we've already had a crisis, but this isn't the place to talk about that. I want to talk to you about Bionicle. With this mainly being a LEGO-themed channel revolving around a property that ended 11 years ago, it's clear that I have clearly wasted my life obsessing over a toy line. Anyway, remember the Miramax movies? I sure do. You can even watch them on YouTube for free if you want. They're pretty good movies. I suggest you check them out if you haven't seen them. But on the topic of movies and visual entertainment, what if Bionicle was cast for a modern television or Netflix series? Now, I know LEGO would never do this nowadays since the disaster that was Journey to One, but this is a hypothetical cast of people that I think would be perfect for the part if LEGO miraculously made a show on the modern streaming services. The rules for the project are as follows. No using previous actors in the same roles. True Scott McNeil voiced Tahu in Mask of Light, but by this rule I cannot cast him as Tahu despite being an ideal pick. Multiple actors can play multiple roles. I tried doing a one actor per role type of thing, but I felt that it limited me greatly, and there was so many properties that use the same actor for multiple roles, so if you see the same actor popped up more than once, don't be surprised. I have to cast actors that are currently alive as of the time of the casting. For example, if I wanted Makuta to be voiced by Christopher Lee, that physically wouldn't be possible because he died back in 2015, so I'm only allowed to use currently living actors. Now onto the cast for the years of 2001 to 2003, the Mata Nui saga. Let's start with the Toa Mata/Toa Nuva. The actors in Mask of Light did a good job, I feel. However, due to the rules I set in place, I can't use the same actors. So for Tahu, I wanted a fiery performance, no pun intended, and someone who can be wise and stoic when he has to be. That's why I chose Travis Willingham to play Tahu. I felt his performance in Full Metal Alchemist as Roy Mustang embodied Tahu down to a science. Just listen to his dialogue in the anime.
This one is mine and mine alone. You were stupid enough to confess, and even more stupid to boast. Everything you've said is fuel on your funeral pyre. So then, I think I'll begin. I'm burning out your tongue! Come out now, otherwise I'm gonna ignite your bone marrow.
Roy, what's up?
What's wrong with you? You didn't even hesitate to incinerate your best friend!
Mace Hughes is dead. That's a fact. And you invoke his image. You must be a glutton for punishment!
Travis gets the fiery nature of Tahu as well as his temper early on in the story, but I can also see him toning back as the Toa go further down their journey. So Travis Willingham as Tahu. For Gulley, I wanted somebody who could capture the wisdom of the character as well as her, what I like to call motherly spirit, so to speak. She cares about the Maturin she protects, and I wanted to get passion out of that performance. That's why I chose Colleen Klinkenbeard to play her.
So, how we doing? Just one casualty? That's good. Why do you look like someone just ripped out your lungs and showed them to you?
Holy badass! I think you killed it! Never hurts to make sure, though. Hit the button on the moonshot console. I'll be damned. I gotta say, you are a badass.
I didn't catch yours!
It's Urza. Urza Scarlet. Don't push yourself too hard. But then again,
If it weren't for you and the others, I probably wouldn't be here today.
Her previous roles as Lilith from the Borderlands series and as Urza Scarlet in Fairy Tail shows that she has the chops for this role. So Colleen Klinkenbeard as Gulley. For Leewa, I had some problems with this one. The original voice actor made Leewa into a Native American stereotype. Nothing against indigenous peoples, I just wasn't a big fan of his performance. Leewa is jovial and a laid-back kind of character that can get serious when he needs to be. For this reason, I chose James Arnold Taylor to play the role. Taylor has played Obi-Wan in the Clone Wars, so he can be serious when he wants to be. He was also Johnny Test, so he can get the jovial side and funny side as well. So James Arnold Taylor as Leewa. Pahatu was a tough one for me. My friends in Ignition 3 told me early on in production of Mask of Light that Pahatu was supposed to have a French accent, but they changed it last second to be more of a generic, heroic voice. I still loved the original actor's performance though, and I wanted to get a similar element to the character, so that's why I picked Jeff Bennett. He played as Johnny Bravo and the announcer in Legend of Korra, just to name a couple of the many roles he's done over the years.
We must stop him.
Why? Once we believed we lived. Now there is only Red Inferno and Red Torpedo. Why should we help save humanity when we are no longer human?
The premise of your question is flawed. You were never human, but you were heroes. I am a robot. This is an android. He will serve as my alter ego, John Smith, and allow me to download my consciousness so that I may walk among humans, interact, and learn.
I think it's a wonderful idea.
Your approval is appreciated, but your presence is uninvited. Is this a sign of disrespect?
Bennett can give that booming heroic voice that Pahatu needs to stand out amongst the rest of the Toa Nuva. So Jeff Bennett as Pahatu. Kapaka was an absolute no-brainer for me. The moment I heard Steve Downes, I knew he would be a shoo-in. I mean, come on, who wouldn't want Master Chief as the coolest character in Bionicle? In all seriousness, Steve would make a fantastic Kapaka. Just listen to some of his Master Chief dialogue.
I'll find Cortana's solution, and I'll bring it back. That's our galaxy. We're beyond the rim. What is this place? This is the Ark?
Downes offers the stoic nature of the cold-shouldered badass. So Steve Downes as Kapaka. Lastly, for Onua, I wanted to showcase his range of being a wise warrior of Earth while also being a ferocious fighter. So this is why I chose Darren DePaul to play him. I picked DePaul mainly because of his performance in Overwatch as the German crusader Reinhardt.
That door won't hold. Get back to the unit. I will hold them off. And let you have all the glory? We will fight our way back together! No, I'm staying here. But without you... Lieutenant! You took an oath to be a crusader. Now, keep it. I won't leave you! The team needs you. Be their shield. Reinhardt, live with honor. Die with glory, old friend. I have been called. I must answer. Always.
Darren has a jovial side of Onua, but he also has the wise side of him as well. On top of that, I felt like the voice would be perfect. So Darren DePaul as Onua. So that's the Toa Nuva cast and figured out. Now for the side characters. However, for the smaller roles, I'll keep it rather short since I don't want to take up your time, so I'll get started on the Maturin. Now I do understand that some of the Maturin that I have listed here do become main characters later on in the story, so when I get to the 2006 and 2007 years, I'll go further in depth on that.
You know what? There's another name you might know me by. Star-Lord.
Who?
Star-Lord, man. Legendary.
Hell yeah! A new move! Check out this new skill! New move! What do you think? A new move? Awesome! Show me that move sometime. Whoa, badass!
Yo? No. I mean, I'm done slaving for Nerissa. But she's not done with me. Will, I need your protection. If I bring you to the real Matt, will you help?
I'm sorry I don't speak gibberish. Never mind, I'll find it myself. I'm here to join. It's been my dream since I was a cub. My name is Chitara. I don't have a clan.
100 years have passed, and the Fire Nation is nearing victory in the war. 2 years ago, my father and the men of my tribe journeyed to the Earth Kingdom to help fight against the Fire Nation, leaving me and my brother to look after our tribe. Some people believe that the Avatar was never reborn into the Air Nomads, and that the cycle is broken. But I haven't lost hope. I still believe that somehow, the Avatar will return to save the world.
Whatever's on the other side of that door, it benefits Juno. We need to be careful. Have we ever tried to make peace with the Templars? But knowing what's about to happen, wouldn't it make sense to try and talk to Vidic? Come to an arrangement, even if it's only temporary?
So I'm at the office, right? I'm at the office, and I tell this guy, I said to him, hey, pass me the stapler, but when you pass it, make sure staples are in it, because if it isn't, I can't staple anything.
Kisame, stop it. If you take this man on, it won't be without cost. Furthermore, it will take time, and the commotion is liable to bring more shinobi running. Your way is inefficient and unnecessarily risky. Don't lose sight of our goal.
Gotta step it up some. I knew I'd find you. Whoa! No, you don't! No!
Hey kid, are you sure this place actually has a combat AI? These pirate dickbags just sound nuts. Get it? Dickbags? Nuts? And when I march up to Helios with an army of badass robots, I'll be unfired so quickly it'll make Tacitur's pedo mustache spin off his big gross ugly face.
Crazy ride. World's gone topsy-turvy. Has it really only been 3 months since you've been back? Feels like a lifetime. Still though, when all's said and done, I'm glad I was here.
But he's put himself on the line again and again. He's risked his life 100 times for people he didn't even know. For slobs like me, for jerks like you. He's a hero. And more important, he's my best friend.
If that's your way of asking me if I'm okay, don't worry, I'm fine. I never got to finish high school because of this. And when I was at the Hive, for a while there, I actually felt normal.
I did not know you before.
No, it's fun. The Council's still in control of the Citadel and Udina's dead. It won't happen again.
Do you even realize what your life means? What do you want from me? You're right. You're not my daughter. And I sure as hell ain't your dad. And we are going our separate ways.
For the Tzaraga, I noticed something about the way LEGO cast them before. Canonically speaking, the Maturin life cycle makes your voice change for when a Maturin changes from a Maturin into a Toa, and a Toa into a Tzaraga. So most of the Tzaraga are going to be cast differently than their Toa counterparts.
Obi-Wan, have you done as I asked? Have you trained the boy? I am here because you are here. Unlike any other, a conduit through which the entire force of the universe flows. This planet is both an amplifier and a magnet. 3 are here who seek Skywalker. They, like me, believe him to be the chosen one.
You're very welcome. Thank you, Master Mordo. Thank you, Master Hamir. Mr. Strange? Well, no, not anymore, surely. Isn't that why you're here? You've undergone many procedures. 7, right?
I just do the job. What can I say? I love what I do. Old habits die hard, I guess. Run home, kid.
It ain't safe out here.
I saved you. I saved this city. And all your worthless lives.
When it comes to the Bullrock era, not much is there to be said about them. Most of them are just mindless drones with the exception of the Bullrock Cull. Most people don't like them because they're just repeats of the Bullrock. So I would just cast the 6 of them as unknowns and swiftly move on to the Bullrock Queens. Now the Queens are bug dragon things, so I thought it best to pick actresses that embody the tone of not only the vocal roles but as the Horde leaders as well. Taking this into regard, I chose Rachel Weisz and Cate Blanchett to play Kadak and Gadak. Weisz because she was literally a dragon in the 2006 movie Aragon.
Did someone mention flying? Are you ready to try again?
And Cate Blanchett because she was in Lord of the Rings. Need I say more? So Rachel Weisz as Kadak and Cate Blanchett as Gadak. Lastly, the big bad of the series, the Makuta. I loved Lee Takar in the role, but as per the rules of this, I cannot have him in the role. Just as a quick note of trivia, Lee Takar also played Bling Bling Boy in Johnny Test, and I think it's absolutely hilarious to think that the Master of Shadows is trying to get a red-headed scientist named Susan.
Susan Tess, will you marry me?
Back on topic, Makuta needs to be empowering, conniving, and pure evil to the bone, but not super over the top. Ian McDiarmid would be a good choice, so would Hugo Weaving. But when I heard this guy's voice, I couldn't see anyone else in this role. Benedict Cumberbatch is absolutely perfect for Makuta. His performance in Desolation of Smaug is a testament to this.
The darkness is coming. You are being used, thief in the shadows. You were only ever a means to an end. The coward, confused, has weighed the value of your life and found it worth nothing.
Cumberbatch gives that slimy feeling I want out of the character. He can really voice a psychopath. His voice can get really under your skin and make you squirm. So Benedict Cumberbatch as Makuta Pterodax. Those are my picks. Did you agree with any of them? Do you disagree? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And apologies for not going over the Toa Naika/Toa Mari in this video. I didn't want to run the time too long. I promise I'll go more in depth when I go over 2006 and 2007 storylines, okay? Have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video.